Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the northeast spawn of Glacier, and it's under the command of talon1958. And yes, he's using the stock gun. He's got 2 marks of excellence because he really likes this Arty, and he does rather well in it. And the game's about to start. Well, it was all down to Frenzia. He was the player, Frenzia, the expert Arty player. He actually was the one who came up and told us to use the stock gun because it's so much better than the top gun. You might be able to fire over the entire range of the map with the top gun, but with the stock gun it's much more accurate. It's got a faster reload time, and of course it's the same artillery piece that you'll find on the Gorilla. You can see you can just reach the carrier and fires around it. Unfortunately, it goes between the AMX 1357 and the Super Chaffee that went up on top of the carrier. Okay, he's reloading already. Standard reload for this Arty is 25.31, but you can reduce that with a rammer and with premium consumables. And yes, he is using Talon's using premium consumables to get at the enemy. You can see he can hit the other side of the ice, right over the other side of the map, and look at that Super Chappie. He's flagrantly sitting out there in the open trying to shoot at any of our teammates. Rounds out. Oh, direct hit! A direct hit the Chappie and wiped him out. And it was 262 hit points. I suspect he actually got a pen off that one because it's 480 alpha, and he wiped that one out completely with one round. Now, he didn't wipe out the entire vehicle because he'd already suffered some damage, but that Chappie was overmatched by a 15cm howitzer round, which went right through his turret and eliminated him. In fact, probably for the next game as well. Okay, KB1S is the next target. Talon's loaded, ready to go, but he just wants to wait for that guy to move into field of fire. Over the other side on the gap, we've got the A43 being very, very cheeky. And Talon fired at the gap, hoping that he would move forward. Now he's changing position just slightly to avoid any counter-battery fire. It's a good idea to do that. You also might be able to get a better angle and get closer to the enemy when he does. Okay, he's loaded, ready to go. His reload time is 20.5, so that's better than the 25.131 you get with the standard round. Oh, look at these ones here. Well, there's plenty of enemy they can aim at, and some of them are slow, like that 87. He's dialing in, rounds out, direct hits on the 87, and now you can keep pumping those shells in, keep that guy stunned. And maybe the 25 will survive. I'm not so sure. He looks like he's about to die. So let's see if we can put a round into this Type 58. No, he's gone down already. So now it's just a question of putting shells into that 87 or the Panther 88 behind him. Going for the 87. It lands on the ground next door to him, but he does die immediately afterwards. And the Panther 88, well, he's got one of our guys behind him, the AMX 12 ton, but sadly he does manage to kill him. In fact, actually it wasn't him who killed him, it was the SU-100M1 who's down near the centre. He might actually be in the tank destroying position, that SU-100M1. If so, he's actually in grid square H5 at the moment. Okay, no targets in sight that we can hit. There is a super Pershing over in the northwest corner of the map, and it is possible for Arty players to drive across the gap without getting spotted by the enemy, and it sometimes does help to move about quite a lot over this rear end of the map. and that way it pulls the enemy into where you are. There's only one Arty in this game on either side. The enemy team's got an M44. He's knocking a few trees over, which could give away his position, but he's changed his position altogether. Decided he's going to go elsewhere. Oh, no, he's actually doing a bit of forestry work. He's got a little further away from the enemy now. There was an enemy Panther up there. I think it's that the Panther 88 that we saw earlier in the game. We're only one up from the enemy, and there is the Panther 88. It's a very underrated Panther, that one, mainly because it's a big Panther hull, but only an 88mm gun instead of the 75mm gun. Of course, it does have the capability of training crews, because it is a premium. He's decided he needs to get a bit further away, mainly because that Panther is getting very close. Thankfully, our AMX AC-48 is not too far away. He might be able to stop him. He's redeploying. There's the Panther. Okay. That's that big, long Panther gun. Ooh. Well, technically, it's not a Panther gun because the 88s, as far as I know, didn't actually appear on the Panthers. I think they exclusively had the 75mm. Can't get a shot on the KV-1S. I think there might have been a few Panthers that ended up with unusual guns, because they did test it out on a few different types. That shell's going to overshoot, yes. He's got plenty of ammo though, that's the main thing. You get plenty of ammo with the stock gun. It's got 27 rounds. Which is, if I remember correctly, it's slightly more than the 20 you get. Oh, 18 you get with the standard one. So yes, it is worthwhile having the stock gun just for the fact you get more rounds to play with. Of course, those rounds do less damage. You only get 480 alpha of the stock gun, whereas with the top gun, you've got an alpha of 600. Let's change your position altogether. This is where I was saying it might be a good idea. Sometimes you just drive straight across the gap to get to another corner. The SU-100M1 has actually been found over the other side of the map at the moment. And Talon's making a beeline straight for that side. The enemy lost their Panther 88. And now he's just trying to get closer to the remaining enemy. There's 5 of them out there. Okay, you can shoot from here, that's no problem. There's the SU-100M1. Make sure you've got it lined up. Work out where he's going. He stopped. Right, go. Rounds out. Yes, and he got the kill. And now he's spotted the M44 and he wants that one. He's just got to wait for the reload. And hopefully his teammates will keep them in sight. Well, we can see where the M44 is going. If he stops where he is now to take a shot. There he is. Rounds out now. Should be good. It is. It's a kill. So that's his 3rd kill of the game, which means he's joint top scorer. And there's the Leo, and I think that's an AFK. Pretty sure it is. Everybody seems to be hitting it, but we're not loaded yet. We might get one last chance. He's going to go for it. And unfortunately, the kill shot goes to the T26E4. So instead, we're going up to the E25 and he dies, which means there's only one enemy left. It's the GSOR 1008. And of course, he's a tier 8. Top tier. So if we can get some damage on him, that would be good. Rounds out. And oh, he stunned him, but he didn't kill him. He's changing position. I think he's trying to get to a position where he can actually do some damage on the GSOR without giving away his position to the guy. He's going to stop here. There he is. This is good. This is good. Rounds out. Yes, it stuns him, and he got some damage. And the AC-48 is coming up behind the GSOR, and he's basically caught. Surely now the AC is going to get him, but if not, Talon's going to have to try and get him, or at least to slow him down. He's almost loaded. Now, work out where he's going to be slowest. He's going up slope now. Okay, line it up, and well, no, that was a bit premature. But I think the AC-48's managed to take a piece out of him. Okay, Talon's got position here. He's trying to keep them in sight. Okay. Oh no, he lost track of it. You need to keep track of where the enemy is, so you aren't guessing ahead. That's a bit late. The GSOR's headed for our cap, but actually I think he's more trying to run away from the AC-48. Talon's trying to find out where ahead that he can actually aim at to get shots. Ideally he needs to keep the guy in range, because again this range is going to be a problem. If he tries to drive away from the GSOR and get into the cap to force the matter, the GSOR might try to turn around and get back, and he's trying to put some cover between him and the enemy. We've lost sight of the GSOR now. Not that he can actually keep the GSOR in sight, but the AC-48's the one who needs to keep him in sight, because of course he's probably not going to go near the cap, because he knows full well if he does go near the cap, then more than likely he's going to get taken out. It could be the GSOR is out of ammo. It could be. That's why he's running away. And the AC-48 got him in the end. I think he was out of ammo. Here's the end of battle stats. And that was a first-class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6 in that one. And his win rate was 2,186, but he didn't get any other medals, I'm afraid. The reason he got a first class was mainly down to the fact that it was a tier 8 game and he was hitting tier 8 opponents. The highest damage went to the AMX AC-48. He picked up a high caliber for 3,657 hit points. The second highest damage went to the Type 59 on their team with 3,250, and the third highest damage went to that GSOR 1008, and I'm pretty certain that he was out of ammo at the end of the game, and that's why he couldn't fire back at the AMX AC-48 and was running away from him all the time. He had no ammo. He couldn't shoot back, so he was just trying to run away as much as he could. Anyway, we can see that Talon got 1,237 hit points of damage, which puts him 5th on his own team, but not 5th overall, because there were 5 enemy team members who were higher than him. So unfortunately that puts him in 10th place when it comes by damage. When it came to kills, though, he actually had joint 2nd place, because the GSOR managed 4 kills, so that's where he blew all that ammo, and 3 kills went to the AMX AC-48, the Type 59, the T26E4 Super Pershing, and of course Talon. He managed 3 as well. And when it came to base XP, it was the Type 59 who did the best with 1,341, with the AMX AC-48 getting 1,117, 915 going to the T26E4, and Talon getting 5th place on XP with 765. Now, he fired 16 shots in that game, got 5 direct hits on the enemy, 2 penetrations. Pretty sure I know which ones he penned. The Super Chaffee, that big hit right in the middle. Yeah, he stood still, and you never stand still in a light tank like that. At that particular spot. Yes, I know you want to dial in on the enemy, but if you do take that position up there, you are likely to get an Arty round, because somebody will try and hit you, and if they do, they'll probably take you out, and Talon did. Excellent shot. The other one he managed to take out of the game was the M44, and that shell went straight through the M44. As you know, the M44 doesn't have much in the way of armor at all, and that was the total pen. So very well done on both of those. He also got 7 splashes on the enemy, 1,237 hit points of damage, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, got 3, and 519 hit points of stun assist off 6 stuns. He earned 36,071 credits on a premium count, got 65,000 for completing a mission, and 101,071 credits altogether. After ammunition resupply, and yes, the ammo is cheaper, he ended up with 92,991 credits for the game, and 1,147 XP times 2 for the first victory. Took away 2,295 experience points altogether, but this first class and the Bruiser actually puts him in the lead for the next weekend's Lion. Yes, because Angelina's only managed to get a second class, a Bruiser, and a Confederate, and a first class will definitely beat her second class already. So Angelina's going to have to come up with something good in the next few days, or I'm afraid she's going to be getting up early at the weekend. Yes, I can see it happening already. Yeah. I hope that Angelina does come up with something. Again, as I suggest, come up with a different Arty and try that out, and you might get better results. Try an SU8 or try something of that sort of nature and see how you go. You never know. It might be that changing to a different Arty will give you another ace tanker and win the weekend for you outright. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel and leave a little comment down below, because it feeds the algorithm, gets it noticed by YouTube and spread to other people. And thanks for watching.